Welcome to What We Watch After Dark. I'm Nathan.
I'm Jenny.
And today we are going to be discussing the movie Nope by Jordan Peele.
Written, directed, and produced by Jordan Peele.
It's about a UFO sighting is about as much as you want to say in a non-spoilery review.
Yeah, and it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. There's like a horse ranch and like a little cowboy kind of little country theme park fair thing.
Yeah.
And
you know...
It's billed as a science fiction horror.
Yes. I mean, they had a lot of gore.
Mm-hmm. And we watched it on Amazon Prime because it is currently streaming with Prime service.
Why don't we go ahead and show them the reel, and then when we get back, we'll give them our thoughts on the film.
Oh, okay, yeah. Show them a trailer?
Yeah, show them.
Okay.
Did you know that the very first assembly of photographs to create a motion picture was a 2-second clip of a black man on a horse? And that man is my great-great-grandfather.
Great.
There's another great-grandfather. But that's why back at the Haywood Ranch, as the only black-owned horse trainers in Hollywood, we like to say, since the moment pictures could move, we had skin in the game.
What's a bad miracle? They got a word for that?
Yeah, nah.
All right, we're back. And critiquing this film, it has beautiful cinematography. It really looks good. You know, there's a scene with all those guys that kind of do that floppy thing. The
wavy arm guys.
Yeah. And there was that row of them I thought was very cool and cinematic looking. And this is what I was telling her earlier, that this is more of a movie. I mean, I don't know if I'd suggest it for all audiences. There's a lot to read into this.
Yeah.
There's a lot that you miss. If you get into this movie and you like the movie, you're gonna watch it. You're gonna have to watch it a bunch because there's so many little things that are referenced in this movie. Tell him what you read about why he wrote this movie.
He said he wrote the screenplay during a time when they were kind of worried about the future of cinema. Probably, a few years ago, of course, especially once the pandemic hit. And so he wanted to create a spectacle that would really bring people out to the movie theaters.
Towards the end, it was definitely spectacular.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, I mean, just beautifully shot. It had really unique, I never would have thought to have done that. Or
right.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it was a definitely fresh movie meaning that, I didn't feel like, I feel like I'd use this movie to describe another movie.
Yeah. Because so often there's kind of rehashing old ideas.
Yeah, and this really took me for. I mean, if you see it, you're gonna be surprised. Neither one of us had seen the film. I kept skipping it because I don't know, and then tonight she goes,
Yeah,
"Hey, let's watch Nope," and I was like, "Okay."
And we hadn't seen Get Out or Us either. So this is our first foray into Jordan Peele films.
And from what I understand, his third. But if, I really like the cinematography. I think the writing on this, subpar. And what I mean by subpar is it was a 2-hour movie that if you took the monkey scenes out, it still would have made the same sense and you would have had the same movie. Outside of the shock and awe of that monkey.
Yeah, that didn't make much sense to me how it tied into the whole thing. But, yeah.
I mean, it is shocking. It is, even scary to think of an ape. And it was played by an actor. It looks like it was played by an actor this time.
Like in a mocap suit.
Yeah. And, I mean, I would say that in a roundabout way, it has a lot of good points to it, which this one really is, man versus nature, because the thing was naturally from space or whatever. But I think it could have been shorter.
I do believe some parts of it kind of dragged. And I'm like, can we get on with it? But I mean, I get wanting to take your time in the scene.
There was not any technical problems. I felt like the story got off subject with the monkey. But at the same token, maybe you start watching it a couple more times, or if I did, I'd notice, there is a connection here.
Yeah, maybe the unpredictability of working with a wild animal or apex predator or whatnot.
Bobo went crazy, and ate somebody's face.
But overall, would I recommend this for everybody? No. But I think it would be something, settling in for a date night or something, how many, what would you rate this? How many stars?
7. If it wasn't for the confusion I was left with, there were parts of the story that were sound, but ultimately, did it come across? And maybe there's parameters that we don't even know about that they could not help. So I say 7 very gently and wish it to be more. Would I suggest it to other people?
Yeah, I would probably give it 7 stars as well. Keke Palmer's in it. She plays the sister. I really like her. She's real funny. Like we just mentioned before, it was beautifully shot. I did like some of the twists and turns it had in it, but in the end there was some confusion. I was like, what? Why? Huh? And so yeah, I agree. 7 stars.
We appreciate you tuning in, and please remember to like and subscribe.
And leave comments. Tell us what you want us to watch next.
I want to give a shout out to the 26.
Woo, 26 subscribers.
Yeah, and I don't know how to look you guys to see a list or whatever, but that's okay. And if you have any ideas of movies you'd like us to review or me to review, please leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, that'd be great too. I always want you guys to remember that you always get your some!
Our audience ain't stupid.